When I look inside the mirror, see the greatest of all time. The go, the go, the go, the go. When I look inside the mirror, see the greatest of all time. The go, the go, the go, the go. G-O-A-T, yeah, that's me. G-O-A-T, yeah, that's me. G-O-A-T, yeah, that's me. Hey, what's up? You're now watching another Motivational Monday. Oh my goodness, I took a break. Sometimes when you're doing stuff like this, you need to just relax and gather your thoughts. And sometimes, you can go through life and experience things, but always focus and come back to what you gotta do. You understand what I mean? But today I'm gonna be talking about imperfect liars. Because nowadays we live in a time whereby it's hard for people to be honest or be who they are or say their honest opinions or what they feel because other people might take offense to it. So in order for them not to be perceived a particular way, lose endorsements, lose friends, or be judged by people like you and me, they start to go around who they really are and put on a persona or put on something that's fake just to let things go and let people believe this is what they are in order not to get no type of fire or to be looked at a particular way, man. And I feel like be yourself. Do respect other people's opinions and be cautious of it, but it's kind of scary because it's like you're dealing with people who are putting all types of masks on, or they're presenting a facade of what they're really not because they're trying to play it safe. Instead of you to do things and actually make a mistake from it and learn from your mistakes and see where you're wrong at, you have to cover up and present to this world or people around you what they feel comfortable with. That's crazy. Let me give you an example. I went to this Christian school when I was in Nigeria, right? And there they like to be holier than thou. I'm a human being. I'm from America, going to my country, and I'm just doing school. So over here, I'm used to being in relationships. It's very common. Boyfriend, girlfriend, yada yada, young love, grown love, whatever. People do that. You like this person, you talk to them. So when I got to this school, I started talking to this girl there, and we formed a relationship. And I had another friend who was kind of popular. He was doing his thing. He had a girlfriend there too. And the school was so Christian, they had a problem with us talking to girls or having girlfriends in school. And I didn't understand that because I wasn't used to that. So I did what I was used to. I had a girlfriend. And in that school, they didn't want people to show their imperfections. They always wanted us to be a particular way. Always upright, always proper, always putting up a front like we're holier than thou. When we're human beings and we're full of mistakes, faults, and we do wrong. And it's normal, but the thing is that when you do wrong, you have to learn from it and get over it. That way, when you learn from it, you don't have to go back towards it. But when you're hiding in something that you do, you start to be covered up by it and it blinds you. You're stuck in it. You're used to hiding because you don't want people to know and you enjoy what you do. And you never know it's really wrong until you're proven, or you might know it's wrong, but you just still do it, you hide it. But sometimes a problem shared is a problem halfway solved. Or sometimes when you actually just keep it real and people see, oh man, that's wrong. You can get correction because sometimes that's all you need is the right person to talk to you or the right type of guidance to get out of that. But you know what they did? They made us stay back. I was real smart. I was doing my thing. They made me stay back in the 9th grade. I was angry. Why? Because I had a relationship. And the funny thing is that a lot of the students, they would like to listen to worldly music or hip hop and all that stuff. And in that school, it was, redeemed as satanic music or music that was bad. So they had a problem with us listening to those type of musics. And we would always be singing gospel choir and everybody would put that front on. But immediately the staff leaves or the chaplain leaves, the preacher goes, the proprietress leaves, the owner of the school, everybody's singing the music they like to sing and everybody's being themselves. When the teachers come around, you're not talking to girls because you don't want to look like you're in a relationship. You just want to look like, you're just there for school and you're putting on the best presentation ever. Like you're focusing. Immediately they go, everybody's back talking because that's what they wanted to do. You can't really limit people from being themselves because when you do that, there's a lot of things that they might not pick up on and a lot of things that they'll miss out on. And you're creating people that are hiding their true identities in order to be perceived a particular way. And that is not good.
Me and my mom had a conversation. She was like, "Hey D, I seen one of your videos and you said something, you gotta be careful what you say." And I understand that. But I'm like, I have to let people know where I'm coming from in order for me to voice off, what I am now, or show what I am now. Because you have to learn from your mistakes. You have to go through certain things in order for you to be able to talk about it and say what it is. But when you're fronting, you're faking, you're hiding, you might be dealing with the devil. But because the devil don't learn that if he shows his face, everybody gonna run away, he gotta learn how to conceal it. So the devil may look like you and me, talk like you and me, act regular, act like nothing ain't even happening, but in reality that's the devil. But that person has a lot of issues and their actions can bring you down. Or if you do something that's wrong, you might never learn from it. You're just gonna contain it. You're scared to be honest with yourself. You're scared to keep it real. You're scared to tell the truth because you don't want to be condemned. Now, I'm not saying we should go out here and hurt people's feelings, but at the end of the day, if we keep on hiding and trying to avoid things, not to hurt others and all this stuff, sometimes we're hurting ourselves because we're keeping things in and the problems ain't never getting solved. It's one thing if you make a mistake or you do something that's bad, you learn from it, you turn away from it, you don't do it again. But when you're a particular way and you never correct it because it hasn't been out there or exposed, it's going to stay within you until it is corrected. And sometimes those things never get corrected. So you might have all these problems and be dealing with so much nonsense and so much BS, but we wouldn't know because that's what you're hiding and you're not trying to put it out there. So you're presenting a facade and people are buying it. Somebody can come right here and say, yeah, everybody, this is, everybody, da. I believe in this. And might really just hate it. But because they don't want to be perceived a particular way, they're going to go with the flow. And people are going to be like, yeah, I want this, we want that, and push for that. And eventually, sometimes once they get there, they blow up or they make a mistake or they're just living in a lie. It doesn't make sense. I feel like you should be yourself, learn from your mistakes, and keep it moving. People will be like, oh, you said you used to be a drug dealer? Oh my God. Or you said you used to steal? You gotta be careful. You did this, you did that. That was your past. People make mistakes and we grow up. Nobody's perfect. Even you guys watching me. If you're perfect, comment you're perfect. Nobody's perfect. Nobody. We all make mistakes and none of us are far from correction. Be yourself. Be who you are. Stop hiding these things. When you hide these things, they grow, they get worse, and you're left with that problem. And you can't fix it because you're containing it. And you don't want it to see, you don't want people to see it, but inside you're scratching and it's just there. And it's itching and it just wants to come out, but you're trying your best to keep it. And sometimes people blur and slip it out. But if you make mistakes and used to do certain things and you say it, and you're past it, you don't do it no more, then more power to you because you learned from it. You got out of it. But when you can't speak on these things, because if you say it, or you're going to lose endorsements if you tell people you used to sell this or used to do this. But it's like, that was my past. I'm not perfect. People make mistakes. There's all types of stuff that goes on, but you have to learn from these things, graduate, move forward, and be a better person. That means people will be drug dealers. People will be doing all types of thievery, all types of money laundering, all types of evil things, murder, all types of stuff, and keeping it under the cover and continue to do it while they smile in your face and you don't know they're robbing you blind or they're taking from you or they're killing you silently. If you make a mistake and you learn and you grow from these things, keep on pushing. Be who you are. Do not be an imperfect liar. Do not cover up the things that you think everybody will judge you on. Because at the end of the day, if you're correct and you're fine and you're able to sleep at night and have peace, that's all that matters. After you know you've had a clear heart and certain things you used to do, you've cleared your mind from and you don't actually do anymore. That's all that matters. Respecting others as well. There's always a way to voice out your opinion without being rude or too disrespectful. At the end of the day, because everybody might not believe in what you believe in, but just being mindful. But at the end of the day, don't change who you are or hide your imperfections or hide the things that you know you need to fix because you don't want to be interpreted or looked at another way. Just be cautious think and find ways to get through whatever you're dealing with. Yes, how can you be corrected if you're not diagnosed? You have to make mistakes in order to be corrected and learn. But if you're scared to make those mistakes because you don't want people to perceive it any way, then people won't change. People will stay the same way. Oh, you did this? Well, you must be punished for being like that. Oh, you did that 10 years ago? Oh, you must be punished for that. Then where's there area or room for us to grow if we're going to be held by the things that we did in the past? You have to keep on moving forward. You have to keep on striving and going beyond what you did before. Please never forget that. You can't correct a problem if you're going to be punished for even admitting to having a problem, or judged or condemned. It doesn't make no sense. So I think people need to work on how they construct certain things, to put certain things up to hinder others or people around them. Because at the end of the day, I think that at times big corporations or big industries or people with power do these things to hinder others. But at the end of the day, the more you do stuff like that, eventually it'll come around and it'll start affecting you too. So you really have to think about it. It shouldn't be a problem when you've made a mistake in the past and you've gotten over it. That means that we should just be perfect and nobody should ever make a mistake. And I will never see a person on this earth that doesn't make mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. Nobody's perfect. So please, people, be realistic. Think about it. You can't just hinder people because they have an issue or they see things a particular way. You have to correct them. You have to show them the way. You have to make them understand or see your light instead of punishing them or trying to hang them by the rope because you don't agree with their beliefs. Doesn't make sense. Peace out.